What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Wow, it has been a crazy day. Crazy day. Baker Mayfield now is a Ram. Could be starting for the Rams on Thursday night. How crazy is that? You've got Jimmy Garoppolo, who might be back because he doesn't need surgery on his ankle for the playoffs. We've had Odell and the whole love fest, okay? The Odell tour here with the Cowboys, where he's left the building and at the moment does not have a contract. I'm going to say, okay, you can call me a clickbaiter or Mark Holmes is a bullshitter. I don't care. It's okay. Okay, it's okay, okay? But yesterday, I told you guys yesterday in a video, and go back and because I know what you haters are going to out there say, you're full of shit. You don't know a damn thing. I told you guys last night during the game, I told you guys yesterday when I talked about the practice window for Tyron Smith opening up, that there was problems with Odell Beckham's knee, that the Cowboys had concerns about it, that he was not ready and wouldn't be ready for quite a while to play, and that is the problem for the Cowboys. Wasn't reported out by everybody or anything else yesterday. It kind of this morning, you heard Jerry Jones about 9:30 or so talking about, there's the unknowns and stuff, and it seemed like things changed, and it seems like from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, you ended up hearing that Jerry Jones was talking about workouts and him not being able to work out and the unknowns and so forth. That's when things seemed to kind of sour, but the visits continue. Odell has left the building, has not signed a deal with the Giants, the Cowboys, or the Bills or anybody else. We haven't heard that there's any other visits. But from what I've heard, and I believe in the sources that I get, and it's okay if you don't. It's okay if you say I'm full of crap, okay? But I was the one that told you guys about Dak Prescott literally having a second surgery on Monday. You didn't hear from Mike Fisher until Saturday. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Way it's looking is, from what we've kind of heard from the medical staff, is chances are he's just not going to be able to play this year. They're talking about more likely 8 weeks before he could be playing. If you are making it to the Super Bowl, yeah, you might be able to play him. That's how far off it is. But I'm hearing that Jerry Jones really wants to sign him. And this is the Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Deion Sanders type situation. I don't know that Stephen Jones is throwing Jerry against the wall, okay? Because he'd probably get arrested now because times have changed. Back then in the 90s, you didn't have the stuff you have going on now. Now that would be senior citizen abuse. Listen, you messing with your dad. They'd probably lock him up if he threw Jerry against the wall now, because the world has changed since the 90s. But from what I hear, that Jerry really wants Odell. Stephen Jones, a.k.a. Catboy, is kind of like, we don't know if that dog can hunt, Jerry. And that they're at odds on this situation. So that's where it is right now with the Odell situation. Jerry wants him, but he's possibly 8 weeks or more away from being ready to play and probably not going to be able to help you this year. All right. In other Dallas Cowboys news, and this seems to be minor right now, but we know that we've lost Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown, tore his Achilles tendon. He's out, much maligned. A lot of people don't like Anthony Brown. People have been saying, trade him, cut him, get rid of him. If I never see him out on the field again, then that'd be too soon. But the reality is he's a guy that would always get picked on because Diggs is that good. They know you're not going to make much hay against Diggs. You got to challenge this guy, and that's where it goes. And so now you've got guys like Deron Bland, you have Nashawn Wright, you have, of course, Boss Man Fat, as guys that can possibly play in that role. Well, the Cowboys had a couple of workouts, and they ended up signing today to the practice squad McInnes Alexander. McInnes Alexander, guy who's played in 84 games, has had 147 tackles, 4.5 sacks, okay? And most of his career he's played with the Minnesota Vikings, okay? Drafted in 2016, played 13 games that year, 5 tackles. 2017, played 14 games for him, had 1 interception and 17 tackles. 2018, played 15 games, had 43 tackles, no interceptions, but did have 5 quarterback hits. Could be a hit man. In 2019, 13 games for Minnesota. He started 4 games for him. He's been basically a role player. Had a half a sack and 30 tackles. And in 2020, he played with Cincinnati, had 47 tackles, started in 10 games. So he's a journeyman and played his last year with Minnesota, playing right linebacker. Wow, played linebacker. 51 tackles combined, 1 tackle for a loss out of football last year. He's been signed to our practice squad to try and give us some depth, of course, and possibly become a starter, replacing Anthony Brown, a spot that we're really going to need some help on. As much as you guys may not like Anthony Brown, he's a guy that we really, really could use right now. And that is kind of our weak spot right now, between that and stopping the run for the Dallas Cowboys. And that's a spot that's going to give you a little pause. And so that's where we are. Odell Beckham, until he's able to do a workout, don't expect to see him being signed. The Cowboys have sown the seeds of wanting him and letting him know, we do want you. We'd love to have you today ready to go play, but we need you healthy. And when you start talking about a guy who's looking for a contract, and from what I've also heard, they're far apart as far as contract numbers go for what Odell is looking for and what the Cowboys are planning on offering. And you can look at this as a situation like Anthony Barr, who we had heard was looking for about $10 million. Well, Cowboys got him for a little over 2. So, you don't necessarily take the first offer and things like that. You negotiate. All right, good people. It's a full-time job just trying to keep up with everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. All right, good people. I will see you whenever there's some more news. Whenever there's some more news, I'm going to be here. Although it's raining tonight, I don't know if I'm going to do. It's cold rain out there, too. Being out there in the fireside chat, I could catch a cold. I could get sick. I don't want to get sick. Peace.